Welcome to this mechanical chaos. Ready to uncover your father's death truth? Let's start this info adventure. Soon, the repairman picked up a few long-lost seniors, mission accomplished, and the captain led everyone away. You just watched as the drone slowly backed away in the corner. Unexpectedly, the drone was sucked into an exhaust fan. He swiftly exited the weapons control board, entered the serial number, and the system started. But right when he was preparing to leave, Vinicius abruptly blocked his path and locked the door from the inside. Being trapped in the airtight glass room, you had no choice but to respond to his interrogation, inquiring why you were present there. In a moment, Trust's foundation crumbled. Vinicius wouldn't open the door, demanding an explanation. You dodged at first, then emotions erupted. He revealed the truth about your father's murder, stating that he didn't die a natural death as per the system's record. He was shot in the back, but the system's drone recorded no anomalies, and your brother was forced to retract his testimony. Everyone avoided the truth, leaving you to investigate alone. Vinicius couldn't believe it. How could the system possibly make a mistake? You firmly stated the system failed in your father's case and took risks to uncover hidden surveillance footage. To prove your father's cause of death, Vinicius angrily accused you of a severe invasion of privacy, absolutely unforgivable. But you didn't back down, answering that you weren't invading privacy, you were fighting for the justice a family member deserves. Facing Vinicius' accusations, you knew your love didn't come from tears but from taking action instead. She questioned you, asking if you approached her solely to gather information. You firmly denied it, assuring her there was no manipulation of feelings here. You simply valued common ideals and similar backgrounds, believing Vinicius would understand your feelings. Vinicius felt heartbroken, questioning you about your reasons for hiding the truth. Why be close while intentionally concealing things? You candidly admitted it was due to fear of exposure, fear of failure, and the greatest fear of all, being seen as a criminal by everyone. Vinicius felt used and couldn't accept it. All had a purpose. She angrily called it a crime. To your insistence, Vinicius refused to let you go, deeming it absurd and dangerous. In anger, you turned away, leaving her with the thought of being trapped in a closed room. You tore off your protective suit and shouted at the drone system, claiming you were being held illegally, repeating, "I'm gonna die here. It's Vinicius who locked me in." Vinicius' mind went blank. He knew that if he really died in the machine room, his actions would be recorded by the system as involuntary manslaughter. Under immense moral pressure and legal risk, Vinicius had no choice but to compromise, opening the door to rescue. You quickly connected the receiver to your phone. The system recognized it successfully, and tons of data flooded in. Upon finding the video from the day of your father's incident, you brought the collected data home, connected it to the TV, and studied the truth behind your father's death, as the shot finally narrowed in on the moment of. However, the footage missed the killer's figure. Wu Renqi's recording cut off as your father fell. Daniel cursed Wu Renqi, useless cameraman. You got nothing, it's all wasted. You kept rewinding to find clues, pressing pause and slow-mo, but couldn't see the killer's face. On the brink of plus or minus a pound, Daniel clenched his fists, refusing to watch further. Had seen his father die too many times, enough. Despite this, Nina persevered, rewinding repeatedly to find a clue. Finally, she revealed the killer's true face, pointing to a screen corner, following her gaze. The blurry stranger in the image made her activate facial recognition, retrieving data for every single person who entered the city over the past 20 years. Quickly, the system located his information. This man named David was not a local. He had once bought an antique camera at an auction. This transaction left behind his name and address. Although Nina and Daniel had the address, they couldn't hand over the illegally obtained video to the police. The siblings went to the outskirts of the city, pretending to be students from a photography academy, eager to see David's collection. The officer took them to his collection room, filled with antique cameras. Each camera here was valuable, and David cautiously reminded them to handle things carefully. David noticed their identities were exposed and prepared to take action against them, only to be stared at intently by David. "If we don't meet before noon, your evidence will be automatically uploaded to the police and the media." Nina had already set up defenses, leaving David with nowhere to run. He could only make them sit down. "I don't think this is a murder motive," David calmly replied. "I only work for money, and I never leave a record." At first, Sherry didn't place his trust in them at all. However, when he noticed that the two were carrying weapons, he finally let his guard down and said, "You're curious to know what my plan entails." If it could get me even closer to the commander, that would be great, and then we can leave. The computer is over there, but I doubt that you'll find anything. I'll try my best to recover the information. Meanwhile, Sherry was sharing his experiences. It was an anonymous hit job. I only received a set of instructions and an encrypted message, he said. The other party didn't even bargain. And the payment was hidden in a briefcase at a designated location, with no trace left behind. After I got paid, I found a secret passage into the city, a drone-free underground system. Walking 20 kilometers in the dark, I finally bypassed the drones. When we entered the city, didn't you communicate with anyone? No. That's the simplest part. No major entrances and no surveillance cameras. The Prime Minister told me he lives alone. I just hid there until the first rays of the morning sun came out.